Good morning, guys. A great morning to all who are tuned into the Guyanese Critic Morning Live. The realest thing coming out of Guyana. Possibly the world, undisputably so. Just so you know. So, this morning we're going to discuss, I want your input. When ministers are listening to you, everybody listens to the Guyanese Critic Morning Live, at least the people who are relevant, right? Listens to the Guyanese Critic Morning Live. So you got to project your interest out there, right? So, wow, early morning accident. You guys, please be safe on the road. Please take your time on the road. Yeah, it's gonna kill people. Please take your time on the road, please. Jesus, man. So, budget, what's a budget? Budget is the yearly allocation of money that the government make to whatever they gonna do. They gonna build road, they gonna build hospital, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, right? So yeah, that is what a budget is. For those of you who do not know what a budget is, right? Because everybody get confused with the backyard, the front yard, and all the other yard, right? Michael, what's it? Yeah, everybody get confused with the front yard, the backyard, and all the other thing, right? But the budget is something serious. It's going to affect you. If they raise taxes in the budget, if they reduce taxes in the budget, all of this affects you, right? So you gotta make sure you dip on top of your game. What do you want to get out of the budget?
Hi, good morning, Critic.
Talk to me.
With this budget, I'm hoping to see that there's a little budget off of the basic food items. That's one. Two, for infrastructure, I'm hoping that we're getting better roads. I'm see they're trying, right? Two, my main concern is if the government, right, can do like a price control on rent, because these landlords, they're renting, I mean, the place is reasonable, but the amount of rent, I'm seeing 100 and something thousand. And, you know, if they can put something in place there for, you know, as a rent ceiling.
No
you know,
part of
that
the
would be
world,
like
no part of the world, Tracy, no part of the world.
Yes, there is. There is. Listen to me. Remember, I'm the only member of my family living in Guyana. My mom is not Guyanese. And in Guyana,
Tracy,
in Canada,
Tracy,
there's a
listen
rent
to me.
control. There's
Listen
rent
to me.
control in Canada.
There would have never been
there is.
slums. Nobody building no fancy place, right? Forgive nobody, no cheap rent.
I understand.
And
but what I'm
expats
saying
are coming back to
these
pay
places
money. Here
are
we're
not-
telling you, if you can't afford rent in the city, go and knock up a zinc thing on the highway.
Critic, this is not about can't afford. This is about, listen to me, you paying rent for a place, sometimes as much as $80,000, the roof leaking, this happening, that happening. If you understand, you're like,
Well, here what I'm telling you, it is not the government's control of the rent is needed. It's more laws and regulations in place as it relates to a tenant-landlord relationship. What does a tenant have to do? What does a landlord have to do? So let me not involve people. You gotta ask them. That's one of the problems with asking for things is knowing what you want. You understand? That's one of the biggest problems we got with Guyanese, you know. They know
all right.
they want something changed. No, I'm quarreling with you. Just explaining because when you ask these things and just how you put it over, everybody else thinking about it. Hundreds of people thinking about it and don't realize what the real issue is. The real issue is the Landlord Tenant Act, if there is, or the Tenant Act or whatever, needs to be revised. Here why? Banner is both sides. Guyanese people broke up your room, your house, and you can't get them out. You need, if somebody don't pay the rent 3 months and you go court, you need to get them evicted the next day out the people's house.
That's true. That's
right. Likewise, tenants have to act that way. Likewise, landlords have to ensure they are giving the people what they agree to, and that is per contract. The funny thing, it happens. It does happen. All these Bel-Air Park rentals and so on, right? All these places, they have agreements that they stick to. When you're going to rent things to like Exxon people and these expats and so on, you got to deal with it in a certain manner. You understand? You can't just get him anything and tell the people you're ready for your place and no, the thing don't work like that. You have to work in a certain manner and you have to keep to your contractual agreement, right? So what we need is adjustments to whatever is that law or the laws that govern a tenant landlord relationship, right? So that's what we got asked. If we ask for something, it's there you got asked for. Safe, Tracy.
Well, mind you, I'm not speaking about my landlord. My landlord is great. If I only squeak right away, she does everything. But I'm talking about some people that were complaining to me, man, so she this, this, doing. So I was like, what? Because my landlord, personally speaking, anything goes wrong in here, right? Even if it's a board goes squeak, and I call the very next day, captain come in, if it's a bulb blow, the electrician coming, I have no issues. But what I'm speaking about, a lot of people are complaining about that. That's one.
Hey, landlord, Tracy.
What about it?
Oh God, no, hold on, Tracy. Hold on. I don't know if you got a counting problem or what. But presently, this one was 2, but it's actually 3. So you're at 4. Yes. Carry on. 4.
No, I'm preparing to go into office. Another thing is this: the VAT needs to come off of the basic food items, and I'm
well, we go back to that. All right.
Like printed ink, right? Not for me because all my children. Oh, my daughters are working at the bank right now, right? But I'm looking at the single parents really got this VAT on the printed ink and everything now. The teachers want print and I want to print in color. If you understand,
Yeah.
Basic items for children to go to school. Well, I see them move it off of laptops and phones. Kudos, right? But also food items.
You see, these things have to be thought through. Now, here what happens, Tracy. Here what happens, and they have to be thought through. When you say printer ink, you know why when we ask for things, and I have to work more on tailoring what our requests are. Let me tell you something about printer ink. And while when you tell a minister, man, we need to look at printer ink, like you said, the Ministry of Education. And she sat down in discussion with her colleagues. And one of them, like Bobby Ramsrud, who has Chronicle Times and Louis said Glenn Lal, anything. And they said, man, we want to take our VAT off. Yeah, they feel nice, so yes, they're in it. And the GRA guy says, well, you know, we get so much $1 billion in taxes from printer ink from them by like Glen Lal and so because they're using a lot of ink. So what we got asked for, printer ink for small printers, because they can't print paper with that.
No, not only that, printing ink for school children. Once you can produce that, well, okay, because years ago, right before the afternoon government or the afternoon government, whichever one you want to call it, came in, printing ink was off for school children because my daughter, she only had to go in her school uniform since it was a size uniform and she got it without the VAT. If I go, I have to pay the VAT. No, that is what I'm looking at.
We can't afford that, Tracy. That's confusion. We can't get the children going and do different things. So I'm thinking
no, I mean,
small print ink.
Okay, well, once you can prove that your child have a school.
We ain't got time for that. Tracy, here I want you to think about when you ask. Here I say, I ain't saying we ain't getting this thing. What I'm discussing or what we're discussing is how do we tailor a request. So when we saying print it, when you say printer ink, right? What does it mean? You gotta be very careful when you're asking. No, here no man.
That is what I
here no. I know that. I know what we're talking about. What's saying when we tailoring, because they put it in the law. Next thing you ask them, they send the people asking for things. Next thing they take it off, and people like Glenn Lal. And
okay, good.
But Peter Ramshaw come into fortune because they think come up. So you know school children does use then look. You know how much money we just make our office printer ink. You understand? So we got to make sure. Well, we got to make sure that the printer we have it stays a certain size of printer. You understand? Like a little $8,000 printer and them $4,000 ink printer. Anything going over there with them laser jet and them banner printing thing for sell back to government, you can't take off tax off of that. A VAT off of that. Yes, sir. So we tailor it. All I'm saying, I know is what you're saying, but all I'm saying, we're going to not to correct you. To say we together have to tailor our requests and make sure we're getting it right. Yes, because again, here was the funny thing. Glenn Ladem and Peter Ramstroop and Chronicle and everybody paying taxes that obviously adding up because they're selling thousands of paper, right? We school is a couple thousand children and so we using a lot of paper too. So they're paying taxes even on the books that they're printing for your child. Those taxes in turn help to ensure that your child gets a free education and everything else. You can't get cake and bake. You understand? Yeah. You can't chew, cane and whistle. So you got to check. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to understand the concept of when you're asking and what you're asking for. Sometimes we ask for too much. I am just trying to figure. I don't know the numbers, but I would want to think if you do the numbers and we find out. Let me say that take out the taxes straight across the board. And that's how. Listen, man, listen. And not in this instance alone. We got other instances. Suggesting they take off the taxes, hypothetically, they take off the taxes across the board. The rich man all excited and jumping up, not knowing we have taken away from the financial pool of resources we have to educate our children free. If we got up on a strain, they add on the taxes somewhere else for somebody talking about something. And what you get over the year, what did you save? Maybe $1,500 or $10,000 a year on the taxes from printer ink. So sometimes it's better for pay $10,000 and get a whole year free education. You understand what I'm saying? Well, so some things.
But
some things.
I'm looking at it, but I'm looking. It's not for me, because all my kids start to.
I understand what you're saying, Tracy, but nothing what I'm discussing is not for you. It's for all of we. I am saying you have to look at it from all perspectives because there are many cases. In a request for something, we end up digging a bigger hole than we expected. You understand? So, for instance, with that, and you got because if you listen to what everybody wants something, the politicians from the opposition side, they just want to ask for nothing. They just want to ask for things to set up the government. This is the first thing. The government might be looking to tailor things for make their people get money. All of that has to be taken into consideration, right? So every time in going forward, if I forget, Y'all remind me. Well, here, let me look at this thing. Let's dissect it. Let's look at it from a different perspective. Are we really going to benefit if the printer ink is come off Accra? Because again, remember, if we didn't have this discussion and I didn't say, yo, let me look at this thing from a different perspective, and we go say, let me get it printing. Here what the minister said. Yes, that is a very good idea, and the people want it. And here Peter Ramshuhal, oh God, that better yet, yes. And they start bringing in printing like mad and printing like mad. You understand? Yes, and they urge it on. So we gotta be careful what we ask for before we end up in traps. Let's look at it. We talk, Tracy.
Right.
Good morning again. Right? Let's look at what we're doing. Let's look at it from all perspectives and ensure that we make the right request. Like used tire. So yeah, I ain't gonna go back to used tires. I'm using new tires now. Right? So yes. This what I'm gonna do. Used tires only made money for one set of people. Used tires are talking about. Used tires are was didn't have any major problem. Claims were made that used tires a problem at tire busting. I can't remember. I remember the Bureau of Standards had taken care of that. So this happened. Where this happened again? Let me check and see. Where this accident happened today. This accident happened this morning, and this is a front accident, unlike the opposition leader in the backyard. Right? This is a frontward accident. It happened at Virginusion, West Coast Demerara. Right? It happened at Virginusion this morning. Please take your time on the roadways. Right? Please take your time on the roadways. Yeah. Please take your time on the roadways. Or this can happen to you.
Saying that I have backyard behavior. Well, I come back into the backyard now to behave the same way. If I have to go in the backyard,
please
I'm
take
going
your
in the
time.
backyard.
Right?
Saying that I have backyard
before
behavior.
you end up like.
Well, I come back into the backyard now to behave the same way.
I don't want you guys to end up like this fella. So please take your time on the streets. Right? That is our opposition leader. So God help us all for good arguments as it relates to budget, to ensure that we get what is deserving of us. Accountability is important, right? So, and the man face, yes, the man face match everything. What's this about? Oh, Jesus, girl, you got something to say? We're talking about sweetheart weight loss. Jesus Christ. Somebody sent a video to me with a girl talking something. The only thing I want to hear you say, baby, is you going on a diet. A blessed good morning, Mr. Critic, watching your program right now. Morning, brother. Bobby Ramroop, oh yeah. Peter Ramstroop is go invest, man. He get put in it this morning. Bobby Ramroop. Well, I pronouncing the thing wrong, obviously. No. West Coast. Oh, no. They gave me the wrong information. I ain't know if fortune, but yes, once you pass Bur Siri, safe, brother. Roger that, safe. Bobby Ramroop, yeah. Peter never even print. He must even got the printer with Peter Ramstroop. Peter Ramstroop is the Go Invest, the head of Go Invest. So Bobby Ramru is the man who owns Guyana Times and all them things, right? So just got corrected by my editor. So yes, so I still trying. Nobody call me out and don't explain to me what this man is talking about, right? Who backyard? Why he is in somebody backyard? What he doing in the people them backyard? I don't know. But I want to play it one more time for y'all. Tell me what is really going on. Can you guys tell me what's going on here?
Saying that I have backyard behavior. Well, I come back into the backyard now to behave the same way. If I have to go in the backyard, I'm going in the backyard. Saying that I have backyard behavior. Well, I come back into the backyard now to behave the same way.
If Squidward had a father,
have to go in the backyard,
this
I'm
is the
going
guy.
in the backyard.
Yeah, this is the guy, Squidward father. Ah. Life is so nice. Imagine I get the last laugh. Eh? You got an opposition. You have an opposition as a joke. You got media entities as freaks. You understand? You got set up punkanani reporters, a freak show opposition. Cha. I've really arrived now. I arrive. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. It's not fair for put up that picture. The man was the man drunk.
Stone out in mind. It's Squidward father, Squidward father. Hey, we talk by.
I hear you.
It's Squidward father, he's Squidward father. It's Squidward had a father to have been Joseph Armand. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Talk to me, brother.
I believe that fella, Harman, he might be from a different universe. And he might be an alien. Most of his conversation and most of his words is unrealistic.
Not because, listen to me, not because he acts in that way, he's totally from a different planet. Because on this planet, maybe you're not a person, outgoing person, but you can find leashes, parasites, you could find all kind of rodents on the face of the earth that are from the earth that act very strangely. You can find roaches that have a potent scent that is disgusting. You have a lot of, there are a lot of things on the face of the earth. No, to that addition has been added to that has been the opposition leader. You understand? So it is not alien. It is not alien what happens.
Recent discovery.
Not necessarily too, but what happens as human beings, as you develop, you try to act a certain way and you be in a certain place. But if you were to go back to the caves and if you were to burrow under your house, between the garbage, you would find rats and rodents, and you would find animals and parasites and bacteria, life form that acts the same way as the opposition leader. What has happened? He has been able to burrow his way out and start to come and come between civilization. You understand? That is what he says. He's confused as to whether he's going back in the backyard. You understand? Or in his people's backyard. I don't know where he's going. Right? So it's not alien. It's a matter of for years, we have tried to distance ourselves. Humanity and humanity's development in terms of evolving or evolution. We have become better. You understand? When you see things that are worse, like when people catch yourself going, now you move away from the ghetto. Yes, sir. You don't go back. You move way. When you develop yourself, you move way. Everybody who thinks, say, hey, the man come from here. But I'm telling you, his anger for where he came from, whence he came, causes him not to go back because he knew it is people who want to come out. Yes, and unfortunately, this fellow
Definitely.
has a lot of criminal tendencies. In past being a lawyer and representing criminals, it seems that he's been overtaken with this attitude. You understand? And now is expressing parasitic behavior. So, because you strive for this, it's like a rat. You ever see a rat running in the crowd? He's hungry. He's hungry, and everybody running and dispersed. He's still running. He's still running to people. You understand? So that is what you're seeing there. Not necessarily alien. We talk, brother.
Mind.
Yes, we talk, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Paul was telling me about something. Yeah, I remember when I banned Jagdio from my kitchen? Paul was telling me something. That how I interview in Jagdio and I banned Jagdio. I said never interview. I never said I would never interview Jagdio. Yesterday, who can remember that? I said I will never have him in my kitchen. I was on the program. I was supposed to go to an interview. He was supposed to come to have an interview with me. And he in tune went and had an interview with Gordon Mosley. Mostly not around right now. Gordon Mosley, who is mostly not around. He's still about? Must tell him hi for me if you see him. I don't know how you just get on to people like them. It's harder to find these people, right? Harder than a minister. I could find any minister anytime you call them, you minister them answer the phone. You understand? Imagine when it become it's hard to find journalists. Gordon mostly not around. So that is yes. So I tell him, Paul, I wonder if I lose him in memory. This boy is a young boy. This boy is 16 years of age. I can't remember. I don't know if he just had a whiff or he heard what I was saying and didn't get what going on. Yes, but he telling me, I said I would never. I never said anything like that. I said I would not have him in my kitchen. He banned from the kitchen. In a fit of rage, I said that, yes. And I'm a man who keeps to my word. Right? Well, you never know. If he promised me a makeover from the kitchen, I might invite you and apologize. If they put that in the budget. I might say, welcome, Mr. Vice President. Would you like to have an omelette? Just put in in the budget, man. How much of a makeover this kitchen and my studio? 25 million, I think. Would work? Eh? Man, I would do a ad apologize for 25 million. If I'll think I watch face. You understand? Because we're getting 25 million from. If you go wrong by the opposition leader also for running people backyard for free. Eh? I looking like I want anybody for bowl me, I got them for me citation. Yes, sir. Me and them on them program. Man just going in people's backyard just to try. Yes, sir. You can't make up these things. You gotta watch this man face. Watch. Can't make up this.
Saying that I have backyard behavior.
Watch your face.
Well, I come back into the backyard
Squidward had a father.
to behave the same way. If I have to go in the backyard, I'm going in the backyard. Saying that I have backyard behavior. Well, I come back into the backyard now to behave the same way. If I have to go in the backyard, I'm going in the backyard.
Oh, right. Sad situation for Guyana, where we need an opposition for strong, for standing for the people, for hold these people accountable, and make sure we money spent right and we get what is truly deserved to us. Yes, and we end up with this. So let's hear your take, Colin. Again, please be careful on the roadways. A road in Beefield Sophia is doing right now. Okay, Beefield Sophia Road being done right now. Mr. Critic, please check out and highlight the situation at Good Fortune Housing scheme, community center ground restoration. The housing scheme center ground. Good morning. I think he referring to the Speaker of the Assembly the other day. I ain't think nothing. I know he going into the backyard. And me and around here. Good morning, Mr. Critic. You look good in your blue today. Thank you. Good morning. How are you? How are you this morning? You're looking really nice. Thank you so much. I got me days, man. Yeah, don't worry. That's not a total Neanderthal. The Neanderthal just raises up in me once in a while. Good morning, Mr. Critic. Have a blessed day. This madness has to stop, bro. It's beginning. It's happening for past 10 years. They keep coming and filling the potholes with crush and run, and when rain fall, it wash away and make a mess of the road. Which road is this? You know what I'm gonna do? What I think we should do? When people send these things to me, I'll do a caption. I'll do the roads. I will highlight the roads that are done, and I'll highlight the roads that need doing. Simple as that. So we're gonna be putting it up there. I did a little back with my there's a lot of roads in this country need doing. You know what I'm saying? You should not be living in a 24th century AP. And you remember Parliament Ganesh Manipal sold the duty-free concession granted to him as a parliamentarian to a businessman for 8 million. Oh Jesus Lord. The businessman then used the duty-free to purchase the latest model Land Cruiser. The deal was done under the table as is illegal, and even though registered in Manipal name, the vehicle is in the custody of the businessman. Let me call Ganesh and have his input. I don't think we should tack these things and we ain't get. So they're saying Ganesh buy some Land Cruiser.
Hello.
Hi, morning, brother. I'm live. Ganesh, I'm live. I'm following up with something with you. I just come across somebody sent a post to me about a duty-free concession claim. You sold your duty-free concession. You got a Land Cruiser in your name?
What?
A Land Cruiser.
No.
Roger. Roger that.
I saw somebody send me a switch.
Roger that.
The only vehicle I own is the one that I washed at your wash.
All I interested in knowing if you got a Land Cruiser in your name. Massive, brother. Safe. Cool. So Ganesh, it's untrue. And the funny thing about this story, tenants feel they have the right to people property. The funny thing about that story is somebody sent it back to me, man. I just miss it. Critic, you have to check Pan Asphalt Road nearby. Okay, the funny thing about that story, they had a Land Cruiser. They took out a Land. If the man got a Land Cruiser in here, they took out a picture of Ganesh and took out a picture with a Land Cruiser. But if the man has a Land Cruiser in his yard, it's registered with a registered number. Just show me the number, show me the Land Cruiser we're talking about. You know that the businessman got a Land Cruiser in the yard with a duty free. I gotta stop with this bullshit. Y'all find real things to talk about. You understand? I want to see a picture with a Land Cruiser in the man yard. I will take that number now, go to GRA and find out who is registered to. Simple as that. If there's any truth to this, we gotta get factual information. Good morning. Just going to work. I would like to send some money for you. Please text me the information for the money is to help you with your travel expenses. Thank you. Yeah, give me a time you see me in a big here. Listen to me. Just for Gavin, man. When Gavin get vexed, Gavin here you just gotta walk. You just gotta walk. Literally walk. Otherwise, and if you want money, easy go snatch chain. You don't go no way. You want to sit on your arm. Jesus, Gavin is a fun kid. Well, let me send me information and collect my money because I these. Let me send me information and collect my money before I end up like Gavin, asking to buy something called a laptop. Hey, I can't make up this thing. The man say he wants to buy, he has to get something called a laptop. Right? I'm thinking you just use terms like the when you're looking for something when nobody know about, yes, and trying to tell people something called a laptop. We all know what a laptop is, Gavin, and the only body don't have a laptop is you. Yes, and everybody in Guyana got a laptop. The children got a laptop. PVP, they get one laptop per family. Right? And you need to take your $25,000 and put it to good use. This is what you need to do. Gavin get mad here. Say he don't beg for money. And people just sending money to he just so. I think they see what he's do, and they get all excited and think they ain't going to do that. You're freezing. A freezing? Oh lad, yes. Freezing bad. Mama, you see the car when they try to get a raise? Yeah, they call me all them. Yeah, it is easy. Yeah, brother.
Ever granted a duty free from the government?
Huh?
You gotta ask him if the government ever give him a duty free.
As a member of parliament, no, yes, he's entitled to that. But me really want to go into people's personal business because they throw it out there, right? Why I ask this specific question is I see the story how it come out is a kind of bullshit. Because me, I would have gone and taken another picture with it. Because if a Land Cruiser exists, a photo with Garnish exists, and if a Land Cruiser exists, you got to take out the number, put up the number, the businessman. You understand? Who the businessman is? This $8 million is a lot of thing, right? So if I get that information, we going up the road. You understand? But me want to get into personal business if he got a duty free. If he got duty free, he's entitled to that as a member of parliament. Safe, brother. Yeah, me want to get into my personal business, and if Ganesh get a duty free and buy a Land Cruiser, I'm so glad for he. I still try with my old Hilux. Hello, good morning. Critic returning on his call. Talk to me.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I got start taking on the good deal. Selling food. I pass my yard of private property, and I don't know the region chairman or whatever you call him. He break up my card. How am I going to get that? So how am I going to get back my card? How could I go on with my life?
Let me hear you there again, Chief. What was your problem?
Huh?
What exactly is the problem? I didn't hear you clear there.
The charge that I put him in the road are telling it is on private property. Now they're clearing the roadway and then they sign my card.
Which area is this? What area is this?
Break up Saturday, they break up my card. They were clearing Break Up Road. All the cars on the road. And
Oh, your stall was on the turn by Vrede Hoop.
yes.
Your stall is an encumbrance to the citizens of this country. That is what it is. Which private property it been upon?
I'm not understanding what you're doing.
Your stall was on the walkway, you're on the junction of Vrede Hoop by the turn there?
I got cars and pushing.
Yeah.
Because, but it's between Yarrow and Alfonso in a shockway where the government have no access to the security. They go in there and break up my card. I want to know what's going to happen now to my card because I cannot work.
It is unfortunate that that happened, but I gonna find out what's going on there.
It is no way on the roadway.
Oh, you wasn't on the roadway when they was clearing out.
Huh?
You wasn't on the roadway when they was clearing out.
So,
All right, I'm gonna I'll call you back later and find out what exactly happened, and we can see what could happen from there. I ain't promising you nothing. Because at your age, you're supposed to get 2 cards. If your whole life depending on 1 card, you're really in plan good for the future. See, Roger, brother. If at your age, you talking there, you got 1 card. You understand? You really plan for nothing in the future. Morning and more Hope West never had a all-weather road in years. Opposite fouls. Can the government please look into it urgently? They're hearing you. There's look at this program. So they hear people ask for a road, and the next day road bill. Diamond 11th Street ground just need weeding and some sand, and the kids will be able to use it. Thanks. Anyone? All right. Diamond. What shipment is this ban is that? She's agreeing. All right, I can talk to the youthful Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport and see if he could do anything for you. Good, bro. We need street light in Blairmont housing scheme. Zorgen Hoop, number 4, West Borbis. Good morning. Gavin is a product of Harmon. Backyard. Harmon is a virus mutating, and Gavin is a new virant from Harmon. Shit. It isn't easy. It is a bad set of people. Yeah, I get more bad than me. It's where you find these people from, buddy. It's a whole thrush. You can't call it a thrush. You can't call it a group of people are a consortium or nothing. It's a thrush. With them kind of thing where how they referring to people like ain't easy. You're bad. Mama. This is proper course out. Mama. I picked it bad. Yeah. So what is your issue this morning? And the discussion is supposed to be budget. What are you looking to see to get from the budget? Right? What would you like to see in the budget? Good morning to you and the boys. Mr. Critic, have a blessed and productive day to you too, ma'am. All the best. So, on the page, there is the government of Guyana information about the 25,000 COVID-19 cash grant. So you can contact 223-7040 from Monday to Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. And a 24 hours number is 600-600-4164. You could call those numbers and get to find out when they're coming by you, and if they're coming by you, and if you're entitled, and the pink slip, if it's when and how pink it is, if it's more red, yes, and if it's more yellow, what you want, if you want the color, if you want to be in the backyard, you could call the opposition leader, right? I don't know how you end up in the backyard, but poor Delvin in the backyard cafe getting. I would love to see a salary increase for both the public and private sector. I would love to see that too, and I'm thinking we are at a place where we can afford that. I am looking, let us charge $25,000 a year for tent. At $25,000 a year, I do the maths for y'all the other day, right? How much cars there on the road? We have 100,000 vehicles on the road. We got 10 series at 10,000. How much we got? Now, let us do some numbers. 50,000 by 25,000 equal $1.25 billion, right? $1.25 billion divided by 5,000 is $250,000 more in salaries that the police can get. If we're doing the tinting, the money comes from the extra tinting, right? 50,000. Half of the car's tint. If you want tint, you got to pay. If you want that certain style, you got to pay. So I am suggesting $25,000 a year. It does two things. We know who got tint on the vehicle, it regularizes the thing, and it brings in income for the police, right? So $250,000 divided by 12 would give police $20,800 more a month right away on their salary, right? And why you think we should scoop off all the top brass? Because the top brass more than comfortable. They don't need a raise in salary. You got this small man. When a man coming in to the Guyana police force, he must have a comfortable salary. You ain't got to be, you could come out from being a little thief and change your life and be a police. You ain't got to go back to your thieving ways, right? So somebody said, I would like to see pensioners have free light and water. I know, but nothing free. Me ain't interested in socialism. You gotta go Venezuela and you see what happens to a country with free things. Me know, but nothing free. I know we can take off the VAT. They've already taken off the VAT for them, but I know, but nothing free. Because we got a lot of pensioners. Again, when you're asking for things, you gotta ask, because how much pension is really comfortable? You understand? How much pension is really comfortable? You gotta remember, every time you are giving something, it is just the government is there manipulating and moving around your money. It's you got to pay for it. It's we got to pay for it. So you're taxing your child for your grandmother will waste your whole life. No, they ain't got nothing free in life. The palms got things free for you. You got a whole house and you didn't plan that you got to pay light bill till you're dead. Eh? You got a whole house with a set of grand picnic. A set of degenerates that hang around it. And it's in most of the cases that you hardly find old people living by themselves. You hardly find old people living by themselves. And giving nothing free. All y'all day in the house cluster up like a nest of rats. This one walking so the one got about 10 man, the one got about 40 people by the ground. Oh, yeah, they put grandmother for own the house, forget free light and water. That's bullshit. You understand? There's nothing free. That's a waste of time. No part of the world. They ain't got no striving developing society that gives anything free. Striving develop. You got people giving free things, but it has to come from somewhere. When you go to Norway and these places where people get so much benefits, what happens? They took their oil funds, they took the funds and they invested. So they are the business runners of the world. They lend people money and they make money off of that. And you, as a citizen of that country, get dividends from that. That is how they do things. But if you keep taking the oil out of the ground and taking the money and spending it like mad, no. We need to invest in agriculture. We need to make the sugar estates work. And when the sugar estates work and they start bringing a profit, the sugar estate will in turn now be able to be very productive in the area of cleaning the drains and the trenches and all these things. You now, as a farmer, have benefits there. You don't lose so much. You export stuff. You bring things into the country. That is what you do. But to sit about wanting handouts like what Uncle Glenn telling you, oh, money's supposed to fall from the sky, that is a recipe for disaster. We invest our money in technology. Bring tech giants here. We invest our money in cheaper energy. Whether it's the gas pipeline or the Amelia Falls. When you get a surplus of energy, you send back to Brazil. We build a road, bring in internet cable and carrying electricity cable. And people are moving in the highway, traversing. The society now becomes and start living a better life. Got a better standard of living. That is how you develop. You don't have to sit down and you're handing them, feeding them things. That is dangerous. Right? Healthcare. Healthcare. You invest your money in healthcare because healthier people is always better. Hello, good morning. Hello? No. London don't get free electricity. London gets very cheap electricity. It's subsidized. And what you do, you don't run to try to change people program now and raise the electricity price for them. What you do is you go and you set up the Amelia Falls and you get electricity at the price that they are paying right now for it, and you give them. You go and find cheap electricity. You understand? And we ain't got no problem. Linden don't cry, and we happy that they're no longer a burden on us. That is what you do. You see, most of y'all is just wishy-washy people. You understand? Y'all just wake up in the morning, live, eat, and shit. Procrastinate. You understand? That's all y'all do. Y'all never do nothing in y'all life. Like, I got a friend. You understand? That's all he just do. And he wants to be, so I said, partner, you ain't cut out for it. Do your thing, save your little money, buy one little house. When you get old, you ain't gonna make it. Half of y'all is never going to make it. Because you're still on the assumption, because of your laziness, you're still on the assumption that making it is somebody giving you it. No. Making it is wholly and solely upon you. It is your decision. Only you can decide where you want to go. You ever meet anybody and they, oh God, I want the riches that I want? No. If you look at people who have money and who are developing themselves in a company, people say, oh God, they're greedy. And no, it's not the greedy, it's that you stupid. Because people looking for it, that's how you just get it. You go out there and you wake up every morning, you have a plan, you have a vision, and you work towards it. But Guyanese don't want to do that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Speaking. Turn down the radio in the background. Turn down wherever you're listening today.
Yes. Hello, morning.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
I want to find about renting. If what possible you got in the renting a place and people want to pay your rent and they don't want to come out.
Do you have a contractual agreement?
Melina, this one, and the contract with my father, and the father died, and he then before left couple, a couple of months, I part of it and actually don't pay the rent, you don't pay about 3 months.
Listen to me carefully, ma'am. Listen to me carefully. You have found yourself in somewhat of a conundrum, and you caused it upon yourself. Anybody living in your house must have a contractual agreement. That will keep what you have to do, what are your responsibility in check, and that individual's responsibility. So when you do get them out, make sure anybody come in. Now a friend for come for stay 2 days. You have a month contract. And most cases, you pay for half of that. A lawyer would do a little contract for you for $5,000. You pay half and they pay half. Y'all have to stop being cheap. You get a lawyer to advise you. You say, listen to me, I don't want them to break up my place. I don't want them to do this. And I want to be able to get rid of them when they do not pay rent. Upon them not paying rent, because they have laws that we're guided by. Upon them not paying rent, you send them a notice to cease and desist, give up property. In the event they don't follow down, you move to the courts. But you don't have a contract. You understand? You don't get the cake and bake.
I got his father contract, but his father died.
Yes, but when the father dead, you got to tell him. Because either you want to do business or you want to have feelings. You have to tell him, father dead, contract done. You need to leave. Because I ain't got no business with you. I don't know what you're doing here. I know you must be a nice old lady, but that is what happens. Nice guys finish last. Make serious with your business.
His couple months here, the people ask me to help him, you know.
You're listening to what I'm telling you? Do you want money or you want to be up in your feelings? Do things to the book. That is the only people who survive. Right? So when you get out, make sure anything you're doing is seen by your lawyer and you make a contract for get rid of them.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
When you're doing a business, I like me don't make joke with business, you know. I don't make joke with money. You can't make joke with me with money. I get afraid. Where's the fortune laugh? Where's the fortune laugh? You laugh at the thing. Just feed me, mind me, and clothe me. Maria, me ain't listen to nothing. This is a problem that has been continuous. Me ain't listen to nothing. The main fact that you got two names in one, yes, and you like a jack. I know where she's coming from. There are many, many old women, many, who tell a nice old lady, nobody has time with that. You're getting yourself into a problem if you don't follow the books. They want to save a 5,000, they want to make a contract. Go to a lawyer and make a proper contract. Tell your lawyer. Tell your lawyer right in front of them, I want to make a contract and get rid of them. Easy. Especially for old lady, you make monthly contract every month. When you come here, receipt is a contract. Yes, and renew every month. You gotta listen. I know exactly the problem. Hundreds of people can't know the problem every day. Critic, apart from the school uniform voucher and the 10,000 cash grant, I would like the government to have a feeding program in schools for the nation. Yeah, I want to take over. Yeah, I'll pick now. But really, I wanted their life. Somebody send Alex Hooper. I don't know where them degenerates. I'm gonna see the in the backyard. Hey, Mr. Critic, can you put into word on the Looney Road up the Kurukuru Highway? Thank you. That might be to my advantage. I got some land up there that I want to get it. People do live to see 65. I don't know if it's a question or you're telling me something. Yes. So, when getting into business, you gotta be serious with the business. Minus, extrapolate your feelings. Take them out. You understand? Any kind of business. Straight. Me just overlooks on that, but I ain't looking at it. Any kind of business you're getting into, yes, and no, he's a fried trustee. No. This has nothing to do with trust. Trust is outside of our arrangements. The main fact that we're having to sit at the table to have an arrangement, I trust you. Because I ain't gonna go and sign a contract with no murder man, or no thief man, or no con man, or no criminal. The trust brings you to the table, and that is about it. And since we trust one another, you're gonna sign a document with me that's gonna put you under the guillotine if you don't stick to your word. Simple as that. If you know you're gonna do this thing in 6 months, why you can't sign an agreement? Let's agree to this. Yes, sir. Gentleman's agreement, man is shaking hand, and I like me. If I give him a word, I show it publicly. If I give him a word, I do it on me. I said, Nana, me not in there. I tell you straight off the bat. Right? So going back, somebody talking about the feeding program again. Again, I know they got feeding programs in America. Can the government deal with giving kids kids a good breakfast? Maybe I know biscuit and things like with Bornum land time. I think Bornum biscuit fudge we up because it's highly sugar. It was a set of sugar. I think it's Bornum biscuit screw up your whole metabolism because Bornum biscuit been before all these canned stuff and shit come. Bornum biscuit and the milk we had your shit in. Yes, sir. A good breakfast. I'm talking about fruits and vegetables and all them things though. And you're getting that from the community. If we're doing a feeding program for schools, there must be a place that's setting up that mothers could get jobs and all. It must be an active thing, not no big business and bringing no no packet thing. No. You could buy Ditco, DDL, Tapco juice because they are using farmers' cherry here. No foreign juice. Cool kid and all that thing. We got to with that. You understand? I would support that in the context that it will do greater good for the community. Because creating meals for hundreds of kids right away gone into like jobs for 20, 30 people. Yes, and fresh fruit and all those kind of things in the morning. So we gotta look at it from that context. But if you're having food improvement, you're really interested in it gotta be holistic. We got benefit. All we got benefit. That must be done out to the community center. And they set up a place not only for making meals for children, but when they're holding things in the community, these more in the community, somebody holding a wedding, like I said, man, actually we talk to the community women, a community woman group, like how they got the policing group, a community woman group. And what they do, they cater. Everybody would glad to cater to the wedding because you can't ask somebody to cater if you don't invite them to the wedding. So everybody know you're going to the wedding. But we're catering, who know for make cake, who know for do this, who for that. You understand? You form a woman group, and they're the base. Right? Oh, watch. My friend come up with watch. This is my friend Nikki Juices. Right? This is Nikki's. Come. Good idea, buddy. Good idea. Let me show you all this. Nikki's Juices. All of that talking about DDL and I forget Nikki's does a superb juice. Y'all ever go by Nikki Juices, Albert and Rab Street and Camp Street. Just past the prison going down. Right? Me totally forget you. That my body friend. Is he supposed to say that well you gotta buy juice from he. Now let me show you what an ideal breakfast would look like. Let me just get it in. Wow. Nice buddy, nice. He got the juice too. Well, you can't get DDL by selling juice for everybody. So watch this breakfast. I would love this right now. Wow. The super breakfast you got here, boy. Yeah, it isn't easy, boy. It isn't easy. I know how to make people feel bad. What should they say, sir? A nice coffee, you got some plantain, you got some banana, you got a couple by leg, you got a little toast on the side there. You understand? You know much plantain, you got a piece of pear in there too. Right? Watch at the top, they got a little pear in there. That's not one whole pear. Fried plantain, egg. You understand? All that come from here, we don't import eggs. Right? And a juice. Nikki send some juice picture. You got a picture of juices and stuff. Where you got? Send some picture. Let me show them what real juices look like. You understand? This is life. And right away, it plays in to children having a solid education because again, they're nurtured mentally properly. Then children growing up, living a healthy life, again, better for the society. All of that, yes. Because remember, all children pass through the educational system. So if we feeding them properly, you can't go wrong. You take away the aspect. So we nurture the brain. You understand? And then you bring them up in a certain way. It's like reprogramming them, but you're going in and doing it yourself. You understand? You're going in and doing it yourself. That's a good plan. I like the plan. I like it the way. I want to hear about feeding nothing like if mining people. Watch. Me partner got juice. Me partner got juice like mad. He screenshot a thing here now. He give me one set of headache. How do I? I'm gonna post a picture with the juices. They may never gonna deal with that now. Oh my mama, this one. I want to show you this one though. They show me show you this one now. Show you this right away. Wow, healthy food, buddy. Man, lashing some nice thing there. Me, you don't get wrong, you know. Me, you don't get really wrong. You showing me all these things here, so make me rise hungry. Let me show you this way you just sent to me here. You know, you got a lunch like this for them kids. All these things we planting right here, buddy. Right here we planting them. You understand? Watch this. Beautiful meal. All them things we planting right here. You understand? Nice. I like. So, guys, we're gonna wrap it up now. And let's look at things from that perspective. You're gonna look at the long term. How do you benefit from a feed? If you get them 2 pack of biscuits, and so you're benefit a set of obese people. You're giving people the children diabetes even before they reach out there. You understand? Yeah. You gotta get a proper meal, and in giving them a proper meal, look at the plate. Look at this plate. You understand? Look at this plate. You know what it means for Guyana? You have chicken, you got potatoes there, you got tomatoes, you got broccoli, you got shallot and all kind of thing. Yes, and all of those things will be produced locally. Right away, banner going into farming, all we busy. Yes, and trucks got to be moving produce. Thief man become porter. That is how you develop a society because you're guaranteed that you have so much. I think we got. I even know we got about 20-something thousand children. We got enough children. I can remember Tutorial High School alone had 1,100 students. We got a couple thousand students. You imagine the business dynamics around preparing, and I'm talking about local. Me talking about no big thing. Again, in the communities, you form women groups that does the catering. The community catering group. And they're only doing that, they're doing for weddings, when They got football thing, so they catering. The bar have to be in association with them because they'll be doing the barbecue or whatever. Yes, sir. I mean, tell them not to save up no money for nobody. These women it must be done as a business. They take out their expenses and they split the rest. Yes, sir. It must be a viable business. You're in tune taking housewives and educating them in different fields. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Yes,
If
brother.
they want for that program, that feeding program, the prisoner that you put them to work, let them farm something, grow chicken, grow greens.
We got so much of prisoners.
Certain places they could set up some farms.
We got so much of prisoners, but prisoners, I think they need to bring them out for start cleaning road and cleaning trenches and all them things. Though.
Yeah, you see, people think that we're gonna get our money, right? And everything the government must give to people. But when we use up, when the government gives up,
That is Glenn Lal's. Right? That is Glenn Lal's imaginative idea.
Yeah, he pushes shit.
Is he telling people the shit? Yes, sir. He telling them though.
Yeah.
The money got fall from the sky.
You gotta use the money for infrastructure. That years to come, we great grandchildren
they will benefit.
But when we use up the oil money now and infrastructure in there, the country come back to the same thing when the oil done. The oil might not done, but the value of the oil now going to be there soon to come.
Tell you,
all the different
brother,
energy.
Tesla. Elon Musk is moving forward with Tesla. Right? Internet's gonna be that cheap soon. Right out in the air. Them man got electric cars coming off the line like mad. Yes, sir. That doing 500 kilometers per one charge. Guyana ain't got that distance. That's from here to let him.
That's what Mr. Jamir explained to Glenn all the time.
Yes, sir.
You know?
No, he is swimming in his own illusions. Because what has happened? You see, nobody really addressing Uncle Glenn. What has happened? You gotta ask you what's his background, how he understand this thing supposed to happen, sir. And then the confusion will start. Because he has never been part of an oil producing country. Does he go out there and do his own research? He been to Dubai and understand how the oil thing works? Did he been to Nigeria? Has he been to Ghana and see how they have been affected by these things? No. He sits in a room, people tell him that yes, this is how it's supposed to work, this is how it's supposed to work. Being a good businessman and had a good business model with paper, but selling paper and oil production is two different things.
Exactly.
And he jumped head first into it, not knowing what he's talking about.
And it's not just the oil production, but running a government, running a country, right? Especially
no, but I say he got all the money. He got more money than is needed to run a campaign. Run the campaign, take over and go head on and deal with it.
Exactly.
You understand? We need a third force. No, but they're bullshitters. When they don't talk and confuse everybody, them still got Prado, they still got 5-story building, they still got everything. You just $100 or $140 less when you buy he people.
Then Mr. Jambil tell him, as you know so much, go take the back side, just give 1,000 people job, and I'm going to give you all the concession, all the duty-free concession and everything, and take the money. He buy long, he didn't say nothing. You want to go to the bigger thing, he's going to go, they could approach the World Bank and wherever the money to come and do it. You just give us the permission. And everybody know you just asking.
I think, you know something? I got to deal with Uncle Glenn myself. I think I'm going to start a program because he wants the reach. I'm going to start a program where he talks and me and he going to have a debate. That's what we got to do.
That might be a good thing.
Because I there in the oil resort right now. We talk, bro.
Okay. All right, bro. Thank you.
So, guys, we've had an interesting day. We've had interesting discussions. I want to thank you once again for tuning into the realest thing coming out of Guyana. Right? And is there any other, let me run the WhatsApp messages. Are there any other concerns that you guys are having. What is this? What are you people are sending? Some shit to me. Without health, there's no wealth. Yes. And if the people are going to take, if the people are going to, the government is going to take the direction that the people's health is going in, you understand? It means good business to have healthy voters and not end up with a set of dead people like what PNC saying. You understand? PNC ain't got no time for healthy people. They kill you and at Ferguson go and try to get you for coming back and vote. Yes, cow milk, fresh cow milk. Let me boost up the Rupununi farming. Fresh cow milk, set up cow milk, Barbies pasteurization plant. Let them pasteurization plant the Rupununi. Fresh cow milk for the children. Fresh cow milk. You know what you're talking about there? You know what you're talking about there? That's a great idea. I can't be a politician, man. I can't be a. Remember, I'm not gonna bullshit with y'all. A politician out for suave y'all and tell y'all, yeah, so I might slap up some of y'all and that kind of thing. Being at time. Good morning, Mr. Critic. I feel so good. Myself and family met you in person when you visited Essequibo. Thanks for the visit and looking forward to see you again. Come by. Okay. Welcome, brother. Anyway, pardon me. Quick for me. So this is some of the picture of the juices I got put up when Nikki doing fresh juices. God, wow. Well, you better bring a laptop for me. I need a laptop. Nikki, I need something called a laptop. You know that? What is that? I need something called a laptop. We got to buy a video inside it. Let me see if I can find a video. This is real shit. He needs something called a laptop. Then hey. Nah. If you listen to the I don't know why Jumbi should play Gavin Matthews. Jumbi them playing me. And they can't even act me good. Anybody can act as Gavin Matthews. Just like I say, I need something called a laptop. Oh, Jesus Lord. So, Nikki, I need something called a laptop. Because when you send these videos and photos of your business to me, my laptop is not working too well. Rain is be falling and noise by the neighbor and all these problems I have. I need something called a laptop. You know what I'm talking about? Oh God. Well, you were telling you, I know it's only Jumpy could act because you can't play ugly. I tell you, you can't play ugly. You understand? So, you know, my legal maybe I don't say and get myself in trouble. I did that. Good morning, a great morning again to you all. And I now take my leave. Ta-ta.